outside the windows. Then another Chinese woman from the other side of the cabin gets up and walks to where Brandy is sitting, and in her best attempt at English says, "Please be quiet. My child keeps waking up because of you." Brandy looks up and "You poop you not?" asks this Chinese woman in very mispronounced Chinese. "Can you speak Chinese?" I'm fluent in Chinese so I could understand what she was trying to say, and just kept repeating it until the frustrated Chinese woman went back to her seat. By this time both flight attendants for our cabin were very much aware of Brandy's sassy nature and decided to close the bar for the whole cabin, which pissed me off cause I was hoping to enjoy a few more whiskeys before we landed. A few minutes later I hear sound of shuffling, then plastic, and then the faint sound of what sounds like the cap of a glass bottle being cracked open. Then the sound of liquid being poured into cups. Yup, Brandy had opened her bottle of duty-free brandy she bought at the airport, and once again their conversation began to crescendo. Now, the whole time I had been spectating the Brandy situation, I wasn't really paying attention to my wife, who I assumed was sleeping next to me. I then saw my wife pull one of her earpods out, turn to try and get a look at Brandy through the crack in the seat, and then turn to look at me with a face I rarely see my wife make. It was a face of pure rage and frustration. I snapped. Now usually I'm not the kind of person who likes to cause a scene, but I decided that I'm not going to let this asshole of a woman ruin my wife's flight. So like a crazy person, I stood up and announced loud enough that the entire cabin turned to hear me, "Excuse me, everyone."